Hello, my name's Katie and today I'm going to talk about New Year's resolutions. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So I'm currently filming this on New Year's Day at about 10 AM, so I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, and in Australia it's summer at the moment and we're in the third day of a heat wave, so I'm just trying to get this done before it gets too hot. I've always been the kind of person that thinks, well, I don't want to make New Year's resolutions because no one ever keeps them, right? But on the other hand, I'm tempted to always do them, and I always do them anyway. At the start of the year, I find this a very exciting time, a time of renewal, and I do like to set goals for myself of things I'd like to achieve over the year. I can't say I've always achieved them. More often than not, maybe I partially achieve them, but I always do like to have something to motivate me, to keep me going throughout the year. Admittedly, the last couple of years it's been very difficult to see ahead into the future and see what's going to happen, so I've been a bit more reluctant to make goals, as I'm sure many people have been. But there are a few things I would like to see if I can do this year, if I can. What with all the stuff that's been going on in the world lately, I decided to do something a little bit more fun with my goals or resolutions for this year. So as we always do, my husband and I had a little party for New Year's Eve last night with some drinks and some music and some fun movies. But what I did was I put a little notebook on the coffee table and a pen next to my phone, and every time I thought of something that I wanted to achieve in the coming year, I wrote it down in the notebook. And as the evening wore on and I had imbibed a few more drinks, I thought maybe they would become more, maybe impulsive, maybe bold and more uninhibited. Who knows? And maybe they're things I can actually achieve next year. Maybe things that I didn't dare dream of in a normal state, but things that I could at least contemplate doing this year. Some of the items are related to my style experiment and to my channel, and some aren't, but I'm going to share them with you. So let's go through the list. The first thing I wrote down was sew an outfit, and that was something I was planning to do already, and I think it's a pretty good goal, something that I can share with you. I've already sewn a skirt, which I did before I started the channel, so I wasn't able to show you that journey, but I want to sew a top to go with it, and I'll do that in a future video. The next thing I wrote down was read one book a month, and I think I was still being very conservative with that estimate. I usually read at least 30 to 40 books a year, some longer, some shorter. Last year I read the Witcher series, which is about 8 books, and enjoyed that a lot, as well as watching the TV show, of course. This coming year, I'm not sure, maybe I'll read the Game of Thrones series as we watched the TV show last year. That should take up a lot of my reading time. And as I mentioned in my previous video, my holidays wishlist video, I'd like to read some more classics, like Wuthering Heights, the rest of the Brontes books, as I've only read half of them. The next thing I wrote down was also rather sensible. I wrote consistent skincare and self-care routines. So my skin has gotten a lot more sensitive in the last couple of years. You probably can't see it because I have makeup on, but my eyelids in particular have become very red, itchy and flaky a lot, and I don't know why that is, so I might even maybe go and see a dermatologist and see what I can do to fix that. If you have any similar concerns, let me know down below. I'd be interested to know, actually. And as for self-care routine, things like taking my tablets every day, drinking enough water, that's a big one that I've been trying to keep up with for years and have not been able to so far. And under self-care, I include exercising and the stretches I need to do every day for my arthritis, which I haven't been keeping up with, and it's just good for my general health and well-being. The next item I've written down is complete my house and garden. I think complete is a bit of a stretch goal there. I've been living in my house for 8 years now, and it's still not set up exactly the way I'd like it. In particular, I'd like to have all my pictures and paintings hung up. I'd like to get our shed set up. We have 2 sheds. One of them is very large and it pretty much functions as a 4th room for our house. It's great for storing things in, but we don't really have it set up very well for storage yet. So I'd like to buy some more shelving units and set them up and have everything stored in a logical way so that I can find it later. As for the garden, I'm well on the way to making that how I want it to. We've made a huge amount of progress in the last couple of years. This current heat wave though has really highlighted how my watering system isn't quite set up the way I'd like it yet. We do have automatic watering in some parts of the garden, but in other parts I still have to water every plant manually, and as much as I love my garden, it can get a little bit tedious on an extremely hot day. The next couple of points are about my art. Something I've been wanting to do for a while is to show my art more on social media, on Instagram and on my blog, both finished works and works in progress. And I actually think that showing my art in progress more will help to motivate me to work more on things and hopefully finish them. Related to that is seeking out more opportunities. Since the whole you know what happened, there haven't been as many opportunities, but there are still some out there, and I'd like to seek them out and try and go for them more consistently. We're halfway down the page now, and I think we're starting to get to the point where things got a little bit more uninhibited, shall we say. So the next point says, wear what I want. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. I've started doing that throughout the last few years, but I think I could go further. I often still have days where I feel really anxious and I just want to hide and not draw attention to myself as much as possible. I think what I was trying to tell myself in writing that point is to just go for it. Wear what I feel like wearing, wear what non-anxiety me would want to wear, not taking other people into consideration, not caring about what other people think, basically. I have a few videos in mind related to that. One, for example, is seeing if I can build an outfit with the wardrobe I already have in a cottagecore style or a pastel academia style, and doing a little kind of lookbook on those styles. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. The next point is where novelty is in public. This actually comes from a joke that I made with myself a few years ago where I wrote out a satirical 5-year plan. There were 3 points on it. Become an artist, which I've done. Bring back the scrunchie, which has happened. And where novelty is in public, either cat or bunny ears. Now, I actually own both of those, but I've never worn them in public. I've been waiting for an occasion to wear them, but well, there haven't been many parties lately, and I don't often go to other occasions where such attire would be appropriate, so I think I just need to wear them one day, and who cares? The next point is buy a camera, and in brackets, GoPro. And that's obviously so that I can make better videos for my channel for you guys. It is a bit more of an investment though, so I think it's something I'm going to have to save up for, but hopefully this year it'll happen. The next point is learn the cube. So something that not a lot of people know about me is that I recently got back into the Rubik's Cube, and for Christmas husband bought me a speed cube. I won't talk too much about it because it's a bit more of a niche interest, but if you like cubing as well, let me know. Alright, we're down to the last 3. So the next point is go for a walk. Now I was deliberately being silly because go for a walk sounds like a common everyday thing. I was satirizing myself a little bit because I have a lot of anxiety around just going for a simple walk in my neighborhood for various reasons that I won't go into right now. But when I wrote go for a walk, what I really meant was go for a walk. Like a hike, a longer walk, go to the bush and take a walk through the bush, a forest walk. Something a bit more special than just the everyday go for a walk. Sometimes my arthritis affects my mobility and I can't walk at all, so going for a walk in a lovely location like that, a longer walk, would be something that's really special to me, and I do hope I can do that this year. The second last point is make a Ghostbusters outfit for Halloween. I actually celebrated my first Halloween last year and I made a video about it, which I'll link below. And I think I'd like to step up my outfit and do something a bit more complicated for this year. We saw Ghostbusters last night as part of our little New Year's Eve party, and I impulsively decided that I wanted to create a Ghostbusters outfit for Halloween. Now that's going to be quite a big project now that I think about it, but I think it'll be something that will be really interesting to make a video about, I hope. Let me know if you'd like to see that. And the final point on my list is to get my ears pierced a second time and get a tattoo. Now, there have been things that I've been thinking about anyway, but because of the whole, not being able to go out and get things done thing in the last few years, I haven't been able to. But I will certainly report back if and when I get those things done. Well, we've come to the end of my little list. I do have a few other goals that I would like to achieve this year, but I won't talk about them right now. I'm sure this video is long enough already. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any New Year's resolutions or goals that you've set for yourself, I'd love to hear about them. I love that kind of thing. So do please let me know below. And if you liked this video, maybe consider giving it a like and subscribing if you'd like to see more. But either way, there's no pressure. I just think you're amazing and I hope you have a great day and a great year, a great 2022. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Remember to stay hydrated, kitties.